Hey guys! So today I am 18 weeks and 3 days. I'm actually doing it on time this time. Weight gain. I have gained 1.5 kilograms. I'm not sure really if it was since last week. I think last week I could have probably actually gained more than what I thought. It's just like I said, our scales are rubbish at knowing and it's hard to always tell basically. But yeah, I've definitely gained basically 2.5 kilograms since the beginning of my pregnancy, which is about 5.5 pounds, I believe. So at the moment I'm gaining weight on track. Of how much weight I need to gain, I've gained so far, so I'm doing quite well. Maternity clothes. Again, I haven't brought actual maternity clothes, but I brought some clothes that I am wearing throughout my pregnancy. I brought two pairs of jeggings from Primark on Wednesday. I went shopping with Liam. And yeah, I was looking like, basically I went to town with two things I needed to get in mind. I needed to get trousers that I could wear for work that would fit me now, and that were comfortable enough for work, and I needed to get another bra. But yeah, I'll start with the trousers. So I ended up buying these. I suddenly saw them, as you can see, they're £7. These are the blue ones. I've got black ones on at the moment. In the leg, they're a little bit loose down here, which isn't surprising, like they've always been a little bit big, but because they have, the main thing that I saw is because obviously they've got this really stretchy waistband, and I was like and they're quite low riding as well, so I thought, okay, I'll try it. Didn't think they were going to fit, to be honest. I thought they were going to be too small, like around the belly, like wouldn't fit around my belly. Tried them on and it's actually just right because I can push them down just under my belly. It's a little uncomfortable when I'm sitting down like this, and it can get a bit much. Like I couldn't wear them, I could probably wear them like for a working day, but I couldn't wear them for like much longer really, because they are a bit too tight around the belly, but they work for now, and they're comfortable enough to walk around in. So yeah, that was a bargain really, because obviously they're only £7 each. I needed something that was cheap, that it doesn't matter about basically, and like I said, I can use for work, and yeah, I mean, like I said, I wore these ones today, the black ones, and they've done me pretty well, so yeah. And like I said, I also had to go and buy a bra. Now I'll probably have to go and buy some more because it was sort of an experimental one. Thought that I'd gone up because basically my bras were getting small again, so I thought I'd go and choose this next size up and see if that fits. So yeah, now I'm a 32D, and it seems like the bigger you get cup size, the bigger you're supposed to get all the way around the middle, but obviously I'm not getting any bigger around here. It's just literally my boobs that are growing, so it was hard to find one. Luckily La Senza did some and they had a sale on, so I managed to get one quite cheaply. I tried one on in store first. I tried on one of their slightly more expensive ones first, made sure that they fit, and they do. It's perfect. In fact, like I do reckon I'll end up being bigger than this even, because they fit if it's just right, sort of thing. I think I'd probably stayed in the sea a bit too long actually. But yeah, I only got one, so it was annoying, so I'm still having to wear my C's, and I'm going to have to get some more, but it was just sort of, I wanted to wear it for a little while and see how it goes, because the only thing I have a problem with is also straps, because I'm actually small from here to where my boobs actually are. Straps and stuff is a nightmare to get, and like perfect size for me, but the one I've got, which is the one I'm wearing, is much better. Stretch marks. No, still no stretch marks, but still very itchy belly, if not more so than it has been. I just find myself itching it without realising often, and I'm like just, I don't know, it's just comforting as well. I know it's bad because I don't want to get stretch marks, but oh well. Sleep. Well, I have still been tired, like not as much as obviously the first trimester, it's still better, but I find at the moment it's been coming to night time and I feel really tired, but I just can't sleep. Like, it tends to be that I get hungry literally just before I go to bed, or when I'm in bed. Like, I won't feel hungry and then I'll lay down and I'll suddenly like sort of feel peckish, and then I'll start thinking about food, and then I get really hungry and I can't sleep until I've had something, and it's so bad. And I feel really bad because I'm like, no, just wait until morning, but I'm like, but then I don't really want to be hungry. Like, sounds bad, but I don't want to go hungry because I'm scared that baby will go hungry. And I know I don't want to overeat, but I don't think that's really possible for me. Like, I think I could do with the extra, basically. But yeah, still, last night was worse. I had to get up early for work this morning, and I knew I was going to have to get up early, and I was still awake at like 1:30, and I was like so tired, but I was like, all I fancy is a cheese sandwich, and that's all I could think about was a cheese salad sandwich. So I had to get up out of bed to go make myself a cheese salad sandwich and eat it, and then I just went to sleep, and then I was fine. As soon as I'd had food, I was fine. But yeah, other nights it hasn't been just because of food, it's like other things. I just seem to be thinking a lot and I can't sleep. And best moment this week, I would say, I suppose it should be Monday, because obviously I went to my midwife appointment, but to be honest, it wasn't actually that, like, I thought it was going to be a little bit more, I don't know, informative or something, or a little bit more fun than it was. To be honest, it was boring. The only most exciting thing about it was obviously I found out the baby's heartbeat. The heart rate is 148 when she took it. She was like 146, 148, but she wrote down 148. She said it's quite fast, but okay, like, it's not bad. She took my blood pressure, did the usual stuff basically, but she was really quick, and it was just like, you know, get in, sit down, do all the like sort of checks really quickly, and that's it, goodbye, we'll see you at 24 weeks. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, it just felt a bit quick, and I was a bit like, oh, I don't know, I think I was expecting to talk to her a bit more, but because she was very much like boom, 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 and it wasn't my usual midwife, by the way, which probably makes sense, cause, like, you know, as to why it was quicker, because yeah, my midwife actually likes to, you know, make sure that you're okay with everything and stuff, whereas this one sort of just was a bit more like, okay, here you go, that's done. And I could have asked more, and I should have probably, but I just sort of felt like I didn't want to pester, whereas I feel like my midwife goes more out of her way to make sure that, you know, like, she asks the questions and making sure you're okay and stuff like that, but oh well. But yeah, so sort of Monday, but then also I think Wednesday was quite a good day, because obviously I actually managed to find some trousers. It's when I went shopping, and a bra, and it was actually like successful. I felt like I actually got stuff that I really needed. Miss anything? Not really, to be honest. My ear infection is better. On the last course of the like stuff today, like amoxicillin, it's definitely better. Like, it doesn't hurt like it did. I can lay on it. It still feels like sometimes it sounds like I'm underwater a little bit, and it feels a little bit funny, and I'm hoping that that'll just carry on getting better, and I'm hoping that it's not going to come back. That's what I'm really scared about. Yeah, so other than that, like, I've been feeling alright since it's got better. Not much else is really happening, to be honest. I just want things to hurry up. Movement. I'm still getting flutters, and every so often I think I'm getting a little bit more of a poke or a stroke, as it were. Like, it's not really strong yet still, but like, I'll be sitting there, like the other night I was sitting there on my laptop just messing around and stuff, and then suddenly I felt a poke, and like, it didn't, like, I felt it and was like, ooh, and then I was like, hang on, that, what? And then I was like looking at my belly for ages, like trying to make it happen again, but it didn't. And then yeah, basically that keeps on doing it, and like takes me by surprise, and it's just a little, like, it just feels like a little touch every so often, and it literally is like someone just stroking your skin or lightly pushing it and stuff like that. It's not really like obvious, but yeah. Food cravings. I'm not sure. I've kind of think I've had a bit too much of apple juice now. Still like it, still sort of fancy it, but it's not as strong of a craving as it was. As I said before, I started fancying like sandwiches, and it'll be, but it's not like just one particular sandwich. I'll just be like, oh, I sort of fancy this, and I feel like I have to have it more. So I feel like my cravings aren't just one thing continuously as much more now. It's much more I suddenly just think about something I fancy and I go, oh, and then I think, oh, I have to have it. And it, I've heard a lot of people say that actually, that, you know, when you get to this stage it sort of is more, you just fancy random things and you feel like once you fancy them you just want it, basically. Anything making you queasy or sick. I would say still bacon, but then I haven't really had it and nobody else has really had it in the household, so I haven't really been around it. I mean, the thought of cooking bacon doesn't really appeal to me, so I think in that way it's probably still a bit there, but I don't know, I reckon I could stand it a bit more than I could. I don't think I'd have like a bacon sandwich anyway. Gender, no, not yet, got 2 more weeks. Symptoms. I've actually started feeling a bit dizzy this week. I know that it can be a sort of symptom or whatever, and I know that it does become more common because your blood pressure can lower. Still getting headaches every so often, which is a pain. Yeah, obviously I said itchy belly and itchy boobs, synchro. Aches and pains, and I'm actually starting to get backache as well. And I noticed properly the other day that my back's starting to curve more, and I know that eventually your back is supposed to curve and sort of push everything forward, which I thought was weird, but yeah, yeah. Belly button in or out? In, obviously. Same as usual. Happy or moody most of the time. I'm happy, pretty much. I mean, like, this week's been alright. Just really anxious for the scan now. I'm excited and I'm really nervous. I'm so like, because on my pregnancy app I really need to stop like going on it so much, because I think it sort of makes you worried as well, because there's so many people. I'm on What to Expect app and there's so many people from different places, all due around sort of, you know, in February. That's the board that I go on, and there's a lot of them that have obviously been finding out and going to their anatomy scans, because some of them are a little bit ahead of me and stuff, and so all that information is flowing around. And there's been quite a few people who have had like problems, like they've been fine and they go to the anatomy scan and there's something wrong, and it's just scared the life out of me. Like, I just, you know, that's my worst nightmare, anyone's worst nightmare really, you know, like thinking you've got so far and then to find something's wrong, you know. I'm hoping for the best. I'm trying to stay positive, because obviously I know worrying and stuff is just not good. Still feeling emotional, still finding things that make me cry more than they would have usually, but that's nothing unusual. It's not like, I'm not upset, it's just like I'll watch a sad advert. The other thing, I think it was like yesterday or something, I watched an advert for Winter Wonderland in Hyde Park that come every year, and I remember seeing it last year and thinking, oh, I really want to go, because I've never been. And so I started thinking about it and I was like, oh, we could book soon. So I said about it to Liam and I was like, oh, I really want to go. So I started looking up the details and stuff and planning roughly when I want to go and stuff, obviously near Christmas. And they had an advert on there for it, and obviously it was all Christmassy, and it made me cry because it made me miss Christmas and like all the festivities and all the happy times, and I was just like, oh, I really want, you know, I want it to be Christmas already, I want it to be all happy and more exciting, and past the scan, everything's going well, and I've got a big babe bum. I don't know, it made me more like long for that, you know, December, basically. What are you looking forward to? I don't know. This next week hasn't really got much going on. Probably say the same next week, but the scan, obviously, that's the next big thing. But yeah, I've actually been quite productive this week, despite having an infection, and I have done other videos. I probably would have already put up my, I know I haven't put it up yet, but I'm going to, if I haven't already, put up I did the red cabbage gender test, and I've also filmed the 25 old wives' tales gender test thingies. And so that will be going up at some point. And a few other videos actually I filmed. There's 2 other ones that I filmed that are random things that I'm going to be putting up. Yeah, I shall show you my 18-week belly. Yeah, so this is a bump in the top, now that you can actually see it in the top. Let me see it the side too. I'll show you with it up. Yeah, see what I mean? These are like elasticated. It's still a little bit thing, but I can push it down, so it's not too bad. Yeah. I definitely feel like it's a little bit more noticeable that I actually have a bump now. People definitely are staring at my belly more. They're either thinking, gosh, she's eating too much, or they're thinking that I'm pregnant. Side and the front. I'll show you my belly because I only quickly thought about measuring it. But yeah, it's actually grown another inch, so it's 34 inches now, which is weird because I hadn't actually measured it until now. It's a little bit bigger actually. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, good. Yeah, it's now 34. My baby wants to be in the video. It's my fur baby. What's wrong? You wanna go out? Yeah? Ducky, you wanna go out? Go wee-wees? Go walkies? Okay, baby, I'll let you out. Hang on.